Good morning, traders. How are we all doing this morning? Today is March 12th, 2025. Market opens in just a couple of minutes. Hope you guys are all having a great day. The CPI data report was released this morning. We're going to go over that in just a little bit. But basically, it came out better than expected. For February, CPI report came at 0.2, so a little better than what was expected overall. And we can go over this a little bit later, or you could check it out yourself at bls.com, news releases. But yeah, we will go over that here in a little bit. We are live. Markets are up slightly. Markets are up about 1.5%. From those lows of 471 yesterday. Do you guys see that there? Looking pretty bullish. We're going to see if it actually comes back down, and we're going to invest in SQQQ. So at these peaks, we're going to try to buy in on SQQQ for the bounce back. Hope you guys understand that today. And yeah, you guys can go long if you want. You can go short if you'd like. Either way is fine, as long as we're making sure that we lock in profits when we see it's fit. Light position, if you aren't real confident with your trade, you can always have a very light position. Getting our links shared and spread around to the groups. If you guys aren't in our group, we have over 70,000 members in our private investing for beginners community. We also have close, 600 now in the Discord, over 7,000 YouTube subscribers. So a lot of free information and free services for you guys to use. And there we go. Discord. And there we go. Okay, that was the one. Yeah, I hope you guys are all having a great day. QQQ popped up very nicely pre-market from 471 to 481, resulting in TQQQ going from 59 to 62. That was a 6% move, or $3.50 per share pre-market. Okay, market opens in 1 minute. It opens in 1 minute, guys. Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me. How are we all doing this morning? Good, I hope. All right, links are shared. Links are shared around. The market is open. Saw a nice big sell-off there for just a moment in time. Looks like it is going to sell off. So we are going to buy 10 more at market. We're going to buy 10 more at $37 now. QQQ can push up even higher. If it does push up, then we will just buy more SQQQ when it does decide to bounce. Okay, a lot of the market is reacting, and as it should, it is reacting in a positive way. Tesla selling off, AMD selling off, Nvidia pushing up, Google pushing up, Microsoft selling off, as well as Meta and Amazon, and Apple is also. So everything's still very bearish, right? Just because we had this one little move doesn't mean that we're just going to be sitting pretty. There's still a lot going on with tariff wars and literally going on with everything right now. Excuse me. So what we're going to do a good job is by just being patient, keeping our position light, so when it does bounce, we can get in at a better price point. All right, all right. Smash that like button. It is a anyone can send a message today, so I did take off subscriber only mode. So yeah, ask questions. If this is your first time watching, follow along with our trades, and if you feel like we earned it, smash that like button for us. We also have the most anticipated earnings releases. We're going to go over that in just a couple of minutes here. Oh, and I don't have my moonrock lamp on. CPI data report today. Market is up. Market sentiment is bullish this morning. Doesn't mean it has to stay bullish though. Okay, still pushing up. So the market wants the Fed to cut rates, but I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. Market is reacting very positive today. Let's see what happens though, right? Because we got to get above 481. If it doesn't and it gets rejected, then hey, it gets rejected and we can see more bearishness. Could also push above it. So let's give the market time to paint its picture for the day as far as which direction it's going to be. Here we go, retesting previous highs here. One hour time frame, still a descending pattern. 30-minute, looks like it's getting rejected already off of that level. Now it could go above, doesn't mean it has to. Want to be careful here. I'm going to buy a couple more here, 36.70. We're in 30 shares of SQQQ. We will be shorting the market today. Shorting the market. Sound is also up. What is it? Tesla's up 7%. SoundHound is up, I think, 9 or 10%. SMCI is up 6 or 7%. Here we go. NASDAQ trying to make new highs. 480. Struggling. And there is a lot of fear in the markets right now. Here we go, looking bullish. But having trouble getting above 480. 481, I mean. Having trouble getting above 481. Bullish on the day, but not bullish on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, it's still very bearish. Doesn't mean it does have to change. It can change and begin to retrace. It also can begin to sell off. Are we going long or are we going short? And this is where we test the markets, right? We give it 15 to 30 minutes to understand the direction, the highs, the lows. You know, is it consolidating? A lot of volatility yesterday. So, you know, could be a little different than what yesterday painted for us. As you can see here, we were able to make money on this move here. And we could have made money bullish or bearish, shorting or going long on it, which is amazing, right? And we're getting some selling pressure here. So SQQQ should be pushing up. First retracement back to these levels. Let's see if it continues to sell off. See what happens here. Showing signs of support here. Okay. See if it holds support and continues its bullishness. Or does it break support here and begin to sell off? Bitcoin also trying to find that support as well. Lows is 76. Stair stepping upward. About to test the moving average again on the 1 hour as well. So gold not looking too good today, selling off. Tesla pushing up, 249. $481. Having trouble getting above 481. Nice big green candle. Yeah, what do you guys think about the president shopping for Teslas at the White House with Elon Musk? That's crazy, right? I've never seen that before where the president endorses a product or an item at the White House, right? Publicly. Pretty crazy. Good morning. Good morning, Kristen. Yeah, I'm in SQQQ. We are buying a pullback. So if this does begin to sell off, then we'll make some money. But right now, markets are very bullish on the small time frame and very bearish on the 1 hour time frame. Well, the 30-minute time frame, to be honest. And the 1 hour. Do you see this? It is above that 45-day moving average. And it can continue to go up. But I do believe this is going to sell off even more. So as it pushes up, we are loading up on our SQQQ position. Right now we have 30 shares at $36.95. Potential bounce off of here back to those levels of, you know, $38, $39, making 6 to 7% potentially. So we're just waiting and seeing here exactly how it plays out today. We're going to get rid of these lines. Don't need them. Okay, it's back to that pre-market low for the day, pretty much. Right here-ish. And then our resistance for the day, I'd say about 38.80. So we can see some ranges around this level here. So QQQ showing slight signs of resistance. Not able to get back above 481 this morning. So we could see a rug pull here as well. Some more selling pressure come in. Or this can easily try to go back up again to 481. Good morning, Bernie, Kristen. How are you all doing today? Good morning. One sec. It's early. Dang early, guys. All right. Guys, it is not looking good for QQQ. What's going to happen, right? A lot of consolidation. Is it going to hold? It seems to be getting rejected. It does not want to get back above 481. You could see that very clearly pre-market. It couldn't get above 481. And let's see why that is. It's just a lot of choppiness right here. There's probably going to be another day of consolidation, or we're going to get that breakout, right? Bronson, good morning, everyone. Let's have a great day trading today. Yes, Tesla's up 8%. Yeah, you guys be careful with those. It goes up 8%, but it could flush right back down just as easy as it went up this morning. Okay, I want you guys to be aware of that. Here we go. QQQ selling off. Buying more up here at the top would have been best for me. Getting in more around 3650s. But that's okay. Hey, possible reversal setting up. Looks like QQQ is beginning to sell off. Now, if this sells off pretty aggressively, then our SQQQ position is going to shoot up. Testing that EMA. Let's see. Does it stay bullish? Or does it begin to sell off? Looks like it's going to sell off here. Pre-market support around 478. So if we break 478, we could sell off even more, right? And 481 is our resistance. So small range to break out. If it breaks out of this range, it's bullish. If it breaks below 478, it could be bearish. It could bounce off of 477 moving average as well. Doesn't mean it has to, but it can. Okay, here we go. SQQQ is pushing up. Always take the worst case scenario in consideration, no matter what. It's always easy to think about the upside and the good, and easy to not think about the downside or the risk. But we got to do both when we trade, okay? Got to do both. There we go. Okay, market can still be bullish here. Okay, it can still be bullish. And guys, if you haven't checked out any of my other social networks, I'm trying to be a little bit more active on there, keeping my Instagram story full, my Facebook stories full all day. Kind of give you guys an update on kind of my life as well, you know, some of the behind the scenes stuff. So definitely follow along with me on Instagram, also on TikTok, Twitter. If you guys want to check those out, you can. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Make sure when we come in, we're smashing that like button. Sorry. I'll mute Mike next time. Tell me where you're watching from. Where are you joining us from? I'd love to know. Where are you at? Are you in what country? What state are you from? I'd love to know. Love to hear it. We got a Colorado on there. Okay, markets are selling off here. Oh, we got an Arizona, Colorado. Hello, good morning. Good morning. I'm from Berlin. Wow, very nice. So for everyone tuning in, CPI data report did come in better than expected today. So not by much. It was a 2.8% overall, and it rose. Well, it's only 0.2% for the month. Let me show you, case that to you guys now here. CPI data report came in for the month of February at 0.2. As you can see here, last February was at 0.4. Index, it says consumer index increased 0.2% on seasonal adjustments after rising 0.5% in January. Overall, 12 months, all the item index increased 2.8% before seasonal adjustments. As you can see, the little graph here pointing downward, all items and all items less food and energy. February right here, adjusted 0.2 on all items. Looks like energy went down, as well as gasoline went down 1 point. And yeah, so that's kind of it there. You can read this a little bit more if you'd like. You can also find it in the www.bls.gov news releases. So I want to do a better job monthly by maybe getting up 20-30 minutes before we go live with the LTE team, and we can actually go around and and look at this monthly and have a better understanding of the overall direction of the market. If you guys are interested in that, I'd love to see at least double-digit likes on here. If we get 20 likes or more, then I will do these monthly with you all when they first come out, and they come out an hour before the market opens. So definitely check that out. Kristen, hello from Thailand. Wow, hello. Okay, market's selling off. We'd love to see it. Markets are selling off, which means our SQQQ position is up. We're almost 1% already on our position here. Only thing is I should have bought more at 36.50s, but again, there could have been a breakout here, and it could have actually began to go up even higher. Now, QQQ, I do believe this can sell off even more. There's nothing saying that it can't sell off. Or begin to retrace and actually begin to go up, right? It's still bullish on the day, above this 200-day moving average. Once it breaks that, though, definitely could be in trouble. We can definitely see much more selling pressure if it does break that level. NASDAQ market still holding. Welcome. What trading platforms do you all use if you're not in the US? I'd love to know what brokerage you're using. Also, if you are in the US, you're looking for a different brokerage, maybe something different, or just open another account, WEBULL is what I'm using. It is a really solid platform. I like to use it. When you sign up, you can get free shares, which is free money to use to trade. And I like the style of it, so if you want to check it out, there is a link below for you to get some free shares. So it did find a bit of support here on that moving average, and somewhat where that support is for the day. Still early though, still very early. NVIDIA, potential selling off here. Look at that candle from QQQ. Whoa, huge red rejection candle. Look at that thing. Look at that sucker. If this sells off, we will be adding to our SQQQ position. Look at that, pushing up, almost up 1% on our trade here. Buying, showing signs of support. Buying at open. Buying on this lower candle, 36.70, right in this range. I did buy. Would have loved to buy a bit more around 36.50, 36.60. But we are pushing up as the markets sell off here. There we go. We're getting a huge change of direction. Big green candle. Again, do you notice how it couldn't get above resistance level? So now it's testing support. And it can consolidate within this range. But what we're looking for is significant breakout. We want this to break below 478. Possibly get a sell-off to 471 again, or even lower, 471, 465. So I'm very curious to see what happens, right? One CPI data report does not change the overall direction of the market. Definitely can help. It can influence it slightly, but overall, I do think the markets are still very bearish. And as fast as something pumps up, it's just as fast as it could sell off. Okay, I want you all to be aware of that. Tesla, yep. I would say Tesla is in that range of, if you're buying it and swinging, that would have been your take profit. Looks like everything is beginning to fall, beginning to sell off, which is okay, right? If there's anytime there is a reaction in the market, there tends to be an overreaction. So when something goes up, it aggressively goes up and then sells off. When we get bad news, the markets aggressively sell off and then they rebound. But right now, we're in a period of complete just destruction of the market. Like, we are down, I think, 13 or 14% from those all-time highs to lows. 14%, okay? And we're talking in 18 days. And it can continue to go even lower, okay? Here we go. Below pre-market support, wanting to bounce off of the 200-day EMA line, 200-day moving average. Not looking good though. SQQQ pushing up 1% on about $1,100. Not bad, you know. We're not here to be greedy or make, you know, 10-20% a day. We're here to make a modest 1-2% a day, being calculated with our position. And here we go. If this sells off even more, we can buy more to our SQQQ position. We could add as this begins to go up. And if QQQ can sell off even more, then we will buy a little bit more here, honestly, because this can go up much higher. All right, looking at a 5-minute, this could technically go up another $1.40 per share. So I would love to see that. Oh yeah, big push. And also, it doesn't hurt to just be a little cash heavy too, right? We don't need to go full force on every single trade, although I would have loved to buy more down here, like I said. Another 10-20 shares to get a nice 50 share position. QQQ selling off back to that pre-market level again. Do you guys see that? 476-ish. Kristen back to 6%. Bernie, maybe SQQQ to 37.50. Yep, it went right to 37.50. Very beautifully. 37.60 actually. and pushing. So this looks better, more like the range of the day. This is our range of the day. So we can get a huge bounce right here. We could also get some selling pressure as well, right? It doesn't hold here, but looks like that's where it was pre-market. RSI is our overbought and oversold indicator. When it's down here at 30 and 40 range, it's indicating that the stock is oversold, which usually people will begin to buy and it will begin to rise. Once it gets up to these levels, like say 60 to 70 plus, then it's overbought, meaning that there could be a pullback and people will begin to take profits. Same way with the MACD, it also kind of coincides with the RSI. When this is overbought, MACD will begin to curl over. Once MACD curls over signal, you'll get a sell signal, not only from RSI, but from MACD and even volume. All three of them can play a huge part in understanding, hey, sellers are coming in, buyers are stepping in, etc., etc. And we can bounce here. It can continue to go up, or we can actually lose that steam and momentum and we can continue to sell off, right? MACD on the 5-minute is down, showing signs of selling pressure. I would love to see this get rejected. If it can get rejected, it'll make lower lows. If it pushes up, then our SQQQ will also go down. Up about 1% right now. I'd love to see, you know, maybe 2 or 3% today. A nice move here. We're risking about 1%, $10 or so, to make around 5% or $50. So it doesn't have to go all the way up 5%. We tend to not even hold that long enough to even get to there, but it's definitely possible. Okay, definitely possible. And this can retrace all the way back up to 481. We seen it yesterday. The volatility in the market was there, you know, pushing from 467 to 478. So those are some more key levels of interest here. So 468 was a key support, and it looks like the resistance is right around where the support is today. So 476 would be support, because it was actually resistance from yesterday. So if we can't hold that resistance, or support, I mean, it'll turn back into a resistance. Hope that helps. Okay, here we go. See this bull pattern up? Rejected. Green candle, rejected. 2 more green candles, rejected. So we're actually creating this trend line of a downward direction. Do you see that? Lower highs, lower lows. We're just not able to get above this downward trend line here, which is fine. I want it to sell off. SQQQ slowly pushing up above that 9 EMA. I love to see it. Let's make sure it holds that 9 EMA. As the market begins to sell off, SQQQ will begin to push up. What are some other companies you guys would like to look at today? What do we got? Tesla trying to retrace, right? Trying to keep stair-stepping up, having trouble though. There it goes. AMD bouncing off. Nvidia holding above this 45-day moving average. Google selling off below that 9 EMA. Do you see how that acts as a resistance? Microsoft real choppy today. Meta selling off, trying to test those levels. Amazon testing pre-market support levels here at 198. And Apple, you know, up, but real choppy. A lot of choppiness here, guys, on these companies today. So let's see, QQQ. It's going to break. Looks like it's going to break this trend line potentially and push up, or it'll sell off. Let's see. Here we go. Looks like it's going to continue to sell off. It can only go 2 ways, guys. It's either going to recover and go up, or get rejected and go down. It can consolidate But at the same time, even consolidation has to change eventually, right? We have supports at 468, resistance now at 481. You can say that, you know, this really doesn't matter, but it bounced right off of this level. So is it going to come back down, or is it going to push up? But in my opinion, it got rejected. It's getting rejected off of the moving average. Go. Looks like it's actually going to begin to sell off. Okay, there we go. Huge sell off. Big red candle. Back to that support level of 476.50-ish. We're up almost $20 again on the day. Now I'm to the point where, like, do we lock in profits and keep our, this will be our 8th green day in a row. Locking in $20 a day. But of course, I want to try to make more than that. The day I hold longer than I should, I'm probably going to get burned. It always happens that way. The days I should hold longer, I miss those days, and they're like $100 days. Yep, see that? And the days I don't hold, I seem to get my profits back. So just like that, we were up 20, back to only being up about 10. Okay, very volatile here. Look at that, pushing up. Let's see if it holds. Could be bull trap for newer lows. Could be a bear trap. I'm excited. The volatility of the market is insane. It is freaking insane. If it does make you slightly uncomfortable, got you, you know, sitting on the edge of your seat, biting your fingernails, or just overall nervous, you know, understand that you could reduce your position size. You don't have to trade so heavily. You don't have to take a trade at all. You could do 1 share test buys, which you're basically buying 1 share. And you could also paper trade until you build up your confidence a little bit more. So here we go, riding within those ranges. You can easily see where those ranges are. I would have loved to see that break of support here, but no break of support. So this will stay slightly bullish for now. Again, we'll have to test that resistance, and that might give me the opportunity to buy more of SQQQ. If it goes up to 481, we could consider buying more at that 36.50 level for that next big push up, or technically push down for QQQ. And understanding when to take profits, when to cut your losses, etc. Here we go, pushing up. Let's see if it gets rejected at 479, creating lower lows and lower highs, or does it push up above back to that 481 level? All right, we got those double digits, so you guys must want me to do the CPI data report, which I can do about 30 minutes. It's an hour before market open, but I don't think we need a full hour. So I'll go live at 6:30 for like 20-30 minutes, and then we'll come back on at 7:30 and do our live stream with the LTE team. Now there is a range here. You guys can obviously see the range, the green line, the red line. we're not just finding these ranges and just pulling them out of nowhere. We're finding them from previous levels of resistance, previous levels of support. And when you can find these ranges, you can be a better trader. You can trade these areas here. You could short it, you can go long on it. But what's great is it does tend to repeat itself until you get those breakouts. And then once you get those breakouts, then that's where you can make the most money, understanding, okay, this is now bullish or this is now bearish. Still though, getting rejected off of this moving average is not good. We can start seeing like a kind of like a squeeze. Let's see if we have any good indications here of a squeeze. So something like this, when it gets really low below, it'll gap up. A lot of consolidation here, like here, to where it came down, it couldn't get above, it kind of squeezed, and then once it squeezed enough, it gapped up. You could also get something like this where it goes up and you think it's going to be bullish, and then it gets rejected like immediately. So we need to be aware of the overall direction, right? Here we go, selling off, having trouble getting above 479 now. Okay, getting rejected. I know we got a lot of beginners. We have people that show up daily, have been doing it for months. We have people that might be watching for the very first time. So thank you all for being patient when I explain my thought process and when I explain some of that basic information to our new members. All new members should be going and watching our Learn to Earn lesson library. I feel like that should be the first thing you do. That's where you should start, and that's where I actually point all of our new members in that direction. Watch the Learn to Earn lesson library. I think it's 10 or 11 videos. It talks a lot about moving averages, indicators, volume, paper trading, how to take your first trade, and even trading plans to help get you started. That way you have a better understanding when you come into these live streams. You know exactly what we're talking about, and you can make those better decisions when taking your trades. Okay, here we go. QQQ pushing up. I'd love to buy a little bit more down here if it decides. Right, we're back to break even. 36.95 here. Wouldn't mind adding a bit more if it gets rejected, buying a bit more here. I also want you to remember, having a red day does not define you as a trader. We all have red days. The point is, let's make sure those red days are smaller than your green days and far and in between those green days, right? We want to go for a record of, 10, 20 green days, and then maybe you get one red day, right? But not a red day that's so bad that it gives away all of your profits, right? Here we go, QQQ getting rejected hard. Let's see if it does continue to sell off. Now I'd love, if it goes up to here, I'd love to buy more. But if it goes up to here, we could also potentially see a breakout. So here we go, big red candle. And remember, if you don't manage your risk, you are just one bad trade away from draining all your profits, giving all your profits back and some. Okay, managing risk is by far the most important thing you can do as a new trader. And I've been there. I've done great at managing my risk, and I've done poorly to where I've held 1 or 2% and I'm like, hey, I should cut my losses. No, hold, and I hold it and I'm down 20% on my position. And that's never fun, right? That's never fun to lose 20%, give back all of your months profits, maybe even all your year's profits, right? That's where this risk to reward ratio comes in. I am risking just enough. I'm risking about $10 here, okay? Yeah, I have a $1,000 position, but I'm only gonna risk $10. If it does poorly and it goes against me, I get out, I lose $10 today. Especially on days where I'm making $20, $30, $40, $50, one red $10 day doesn't hurt. But what we can do is we're aiming for that 5%. We're aiming for that $50, right? A 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio. 1 to 5 risk to reward. Maybe SQQQ needs to stay above 36.75 or else down to 36. Yeah, I mean, SQQQ, really, it's all based off of QQQ, right? So we really want to focus on QQQ. Its levels are 476 support, highs 481 resistance. And what we want to see is a break. If this breaks 476, SQQQ can push up to 37, 50, 38, and it's already gone up to 37.60. So by understanding that, we need a break of pattern. We need a break. And if it wants to consolidate all day, cool, it can consolidate all day. But that just means I'm going to end up getting out of my position and just taking whatever little profits I have due to being impatient. So, you know, a lot of times also being patient, for the trade to take an entry, patience to take your profits. There we go, getting rejected. There we go, getting rejected. There we go. There's a selling pressure we want to see. It's not holding that moving average, so people are going to start selling and getting out. Look at all the red here. A lot of red. Come on. Sell up a little bit more. We'll lock in a few profits. And then we'll go from there. We'll let the rest ride. A nice $20 day would be great. $50 day would be better, but hey, we'll take another $20 day if it lets us. Get ready to lock in some profits here. Oh, NASDAQ selling off. Big sell-off. SQQQ pushing up as a result. Bears are back in charge. Let's see here. Want to see a nice sell-off. Let's go. Hate to see another bounce here. I'm going to sell 10 shares here. Usually when I start reducing my position, it starts going up. So that's what we're going to do. We just reduced our position by 10 shares. QQQ. I'd love to see this sell off, man. I would hate for this to push back up though, resulting in us waiting more. We're already at about an hour on our live, which isn't any, which isn't bad, right? Love to see this sell off more though, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen right now. A lot of support here, a lot of people stepping in to buy. Love to see what the VIX index is. Where's it? Oh, wow. The VIX is very greedy, but also selling off, right? So coming back down to those levels. Interesting. I know this can sell off. I know it can, but I think we are getting into this consolidation, slight reversal pattern to where this could begin to rally very easily. Gonna be patient a little longer. Still showing a lot of selling pressure. Up almost $18 here. I told you when I start selling, it'll go up. I sold at $37.48. It's at $37.50, so that's not a bad price to sell. Start locking in profits, especially if this bounces and starts to go back up. Then we're gonna have to wait even longer for this to form back again, right? To go from lows to highs to lows to highs again, back to lows. So we'll see if this doesn't get rejected. If it gets rejected, we'll get more selling pressure. If it goes back above the moving average, then this will just continue to go back up again. And again, I would love to see this sell off, but again, look, it's starting to form that reversal. And it looks like it's going to have a small reversal here. Testing that 9 EMA and the 200-day moving average, see if it gets rejected and make lower lows. If it does, then, I mean, we can definitely capitalize on this as it pushes up even more. 20 shares, now only risking about $10. So the $10 I locked in, if I were to lose it all, not a big deal. We'd still somewhat break even, right? I'd love to see this get rejected here. Doesn't look like it's going to. Got a double bottom here, so that's very odd, right? Double bottom off of those support levels. There we go. Get rejected. Sell off even more. Very risky, guys. This is a very risky trade. I'd love to see this get rejected. Still, right? Still making lower highs, lower lows. I'd love to see this continue to get rejected. Come on, get rejected. No. You see how this trend line is slowly going up? I would like to see this continue the trend lines that it's creating for itself. Doesn't have to, but it would be nice to see. And we could also buy more too. By reducing position size at the top, taking some off the bottom, you can then, or taking some off the top, you can then wait and hit that range again on the bottom, right? Say it does come back down to this level, we could buy another 10 shares and ride it back up again. So buying low, selling the high, buying the low, selling the high can result in more profits than just buying a single time and riding that. All right, getting rejected. Let's see if this sells off. We'll be able to sell and lock in some more profits on the live stream if this continues to sell off, right? Getting rejected off of that moving average. All right, let's see here. Okay, QQQ, big sell-off back to support. Now what do we do? Do we sell 10 more, right? Do we lock in some profits here? Do we let this ride? QQQ, lower lows, lower highs. What we're gonna do is we are gonna just sell 10. You know, I'm a sucker. I'm gonna sell 10 right here at 37.58. Okay, we sold 10 at 37.57. We did not get the little bell indicating that we sold. That was odd. QQQ. Now, if this sells off, then we can make a ton of money, right? I wouldn't mind buying a little bit more shares. We could still buy a good amount of shares. Oh, there we go. Wow, that was loud, wasn't it? Sorry about that. But see, it has to sell off. It's got to sell off. Locking in profits, though. You know what I mean? We are locking in profits, so we're doing good here. We're making sure. Maybe SQQQ to 37.75. It's possible. If you're in this trade, you know, make sure you're locking in those profits too. But this is showing signs of it in an upward momentum, right? QQQ showing signs of it still being in a downward selling pattern. But holding that support, that's what's scaring me a lot, is QQQ holding this support level for so long. Break the dang support. It'd also be different if it was up here trying to break out a resistance for the high. I'd be a little bit more nervous about it breaking this high. And I guess it's about the same amount of nerves, right? Because this is a strong support. You know, maybe we should be going long on this, which we can. If it does end up going higher, I could buy, you know, 10, 20 shares of TQQQ and then ride this up, you know, and make another 3%. So it can go either way. Make sure you guys are locking in your profits. Again, reducing your position size when you see fit. I like that hat. Is that a stock hat? Yeah, it is. It's got the green candles. I got some stock shirts coming our way. We're gonna be doing some giveaways for products like this, as well as we may even begin selling some products. I don't know if, you know, t-shirt and hat space is saturated. It might be. We may consider selling some wall art or something like that. You know, let me know. What would you guys like more of? I jumped in for that small scalp on SQQQ in an earlier pump. Nice. Nice. Yeah, small scalp. Very good. I'd love to see this continue to sell off, but man, this support at 476 is holding. It is really holding up. I just want to see this get rejected hard, right? And then I could buy more SQQQ, hold it, and we could make even more money, right? I can make $20 off of 10 shares, make 40 off of 20 shares, right? Just continue to make that money here. Here we go. It's going to push, potentially push up to this trend line. Let's see if it gets rejected off of that trend line. Bernie, I don't have a trading cap, but like the slogan, I'd rather be trading. Yeah. There's some shirts that are similar too, that got some cool slogans on them. Or the wall art. I have a similar wall art like this on my wall. Wife hates it. I love it, right? $20 a day is $5,000 a year. It's insane. 100 a day is $25,000 a year. So our goal here is make $100 a day, right? Okay, here we go. It's going back above. We're going to see if it gets rejected. If it does, then this will also come back down. Again, we can buy more shares if this does begin to come back down, which I may consider doing. Let's see here. See that huge rejection candle because of this downward trend? Trend lines are important. Trend lines, everything, all of it is all in there. Big rejection. There's probably thousands of people that have this exact same trend line drew, right? If it breaks this trend, we're going to see very bullish. If it doesn't, it's going to just continue to fall, okay? And also these pullbacks, when you lock in profits at the top, the pullbacks aren't as bad, right? All right, looks like it's starting to show signs of being bullish. This could be where you actually buy into TQQQ for that nice push up from 61.50 to 62.50, you know, resulting in $1 per share. This could also be the area where it continues to get rejected, right? So it's all about being calculated. And we're coming into now 8:30, so it's about an hour after the market opens. There's going to actually be probably a tremendous amount of less volume, less people coming in, a lot of people getting ready to go to work, a lot of people walking away from their screen now after an hour, whether they lost money or maybe some of them didn't even take a trade today, right? Because direction was not clear enough to be able to take a good enough position maybe for some. But for me, I like trading every day. There's always an opportunity. There's always an opportunity to make some money. So it's getting rejected off of that trend line. It's going to test it again. Also, books. I want to put a link for this Psychology of Money. It really doesn't have a lot to do with stocks, but it gives you a better understanding of how people perceive money. It's a great book, guys. It's a great book. I'm already halfway done with it. And you know, timing, being born in a bull market compared to being born in a bear market, and specific timing for that. Now, certain people were influenced. The creator of the iPhone, his small town in America was granted a computer, so he spent 12 to 14 hours on that computer every day, which thus gave us an iPhone, right? If he didn't have that computer in the school he went to, we may not have ever had an iPhone, or it would have been significantly delayed because it would have been created by somebody else many years later. It talks about people's views on third world countries and their rights as, you know, people and jobs, sweatshops to be specific, how, you know, the US sees sweatshops as horrible, which they are horrible, but compared to other conditions like, say, selling your body or selling drugs or whatever it is that you have to do to survive in these other third world countries, having a job inside of a factory could be better off for some people, right? So having that different understanding and mentality that we all come from different places. And here we go. QQQ is selling off. And we all view money differently. That is the point. The psychology of money is different for everyone. Oh man, here we go. I'd love to see more selling pressure. That means our position is going to pump. Now, do I buy more? Does it go up even higher? Is this the point where we take profits? These are all things that are going inside of my head right now. I say we just take the profits, right? $20 right there on the day, another $20 bill. That's exactly what I said I wanted. Yeah, let's do it. No point in being greedy here, guys, right? No point in being greedy. This is exactly what we wanted to see. We sold 10 shares at 37.85, right at the tippity tip top of that, locking in $20.28. Not bad, again, for an hours of work, not bad. Now this can begin to retrace. That's what kind of makes me nervous, that just because it got below this, I feel like we should have seen a more aggressive sell-off down, but we didn't automatically see that. So again, there's another area of support. I don't know if you guys saw that. We're going to go ahead and draw that line. When I zoomed out, I seen it at 47.50, and I was like, uh-oh. Look at that, 47.50 resistance. Now it is a strong support level. So this can literally come all the way back up to 481, and we can go long on TQQQ. Now, what do we do? Do we overtrade, take another position, try to make more money? Do we call it good? Because this is still bearish, okay? Long term, this is still very bearish. What did it do? It popped up to this 200-day moving average and it got rejected, okay? Same thing with all these other instances. So still very bearish overall. But I just don't like that 475.50 support. That is yucky. I don't like it. We could get a reversal, and it could begin to sell off. Either way, locking in profits, super happy about that. Let's see, mini widget P&L. Yeah, $20.28, 1% on the day. Not bad. Being patient. And there we go. It's starting to sell off even more. I just don't like that area right there. This is a buy range area for a lot of the bulls. Huge buy range area. This is our sell range, guys. 37.90. 37.90, a great area to sell. If you wanted to lock in profits, this is called range trading. Range trading by identifying support levels, resistance levels, and overall direction using moving averages. Can definitely make you a better trader than not using them at all. QQQ trying to hold that support here. Yeah, I had fun with you guys today. This was fun. So we are on, let's see, Kristen. Let's pull this over here. Let's pull this over. There we go. So you guys can see. You guys can see each other talking. I love it. I love it, guys. A lot of chatter in the chat rooms lately. Kristen, yes, no point in being greedy. Good job. Thank you. Thank you. Bernie, yay. Okay, here we go. We might get a nice reversal. Man, I would love to trade that reversal, as it can go up even higher, but that's the scary part. That's when people get trapped. We meet 20, I think it's going to go up. It doesn't. It begins to sell off, and then we lose money, and that can be very, very risky, even more. But I may take another light trade if this begins to sell off and make lower lows. I wouldn't mind getting back in on SQQQ, because I know how far down QQQ could go. And again, that's the same thing. You go back to over trading. I think we're just done for the day, right? We had 1 hour to make our maximum amount of profits. We had an hour, and our hour is up. Great range here. Why? Because it was a range from pre-market. Who was it? Bernie? Bernie, I love that you're calling out those key levels of resistance and support. You know, that's great, right? He called it out. He said maybe it needs to stay above 36.75, and if not, it could sell off. And check it out, staying above 36.75. So Bernie, it sounds like you might be a little farther along in your trading journey than most, and that's fantastic. We are all in different parts of our trading journey. Some of us need to learn about risk management. Some of us need to learn about holding our trades longer, like me. Some of us are barely learning the basics and maybe have not even taken their first trade yet. So there is a mix of members in the community. I love it. I love to see the mix of members. And with that said, guys, I want you all to join our free Discord. It's 100% free. I share with you my trade ideas, as well as give you updates on current market conditions, news, crypto, stuff like that. And you get to watch me trade live every day, just like this here. Watch me take positions and either make money or lose money. So highly recommend you join these live stream sessions more often, and also watch those LTE lesson library videos. Once you are done with those series of videos and you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via Discord. I would love to be a catalyst to your success. I would love to help you with any questions you may have. And also, you can connect with other like-minded individuals such as yourself that don't want to do anything else but specifically learn how to make more money in the stock market, how to be more consistently profitable. Because guys, this is a high level skill. It's a hard skill to learn. It's probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. And it might be the hardest thing you've ever done in your life. And by that understanding, nothing comes easy. And if you really want to see success, then we have to work for it, right? We got to work for it. And again, if I can do it, anyone can do it. This isn't rocket science, nothing special. Clicking a couple buttons at the lows, clicking a couple buttons at the highs, and we can be profitable. This is our eighth consecutive green day in a row. Super blessed and grateful. That's another $20 added to the account. I believe that means we're up 170, 100 and it's a crazy number. It is a crazy number, guys. Let's go ahead and showcase that. Here we go. Another $20 on the day. That puts us at, for the month, let's see, for the month, we're up $177 for the month. 177, can't really see it, I guess. Almost $200 for the month, and we are only on day 12, and we've only had 8 days of trading. So again, $20 a day could make you $5,000 a year. I'll take it. I'll take an extra $5K a year until we start making $50 days, growing our account $10,000 a year, or $100 days, growing our account $25,000 a year. $100 days are coming. I know last year we started hitting those $100 and even $200 days. We started hitting those, I believe, in May or June with the small account challenge. So we're close. We're very close. We're actually doing better off this year than we did last year. So I love to see it. I love to hear it. I believe we might buy. I want to buy more because it's still selling off, slowly selling off. That's a thing too, holding my position longer, right? Sold at 37.85 to at 37.90. So I mean, not much. That's 5 cents. It pushed up to $38. Yeah, we're gonna buy some more. We're going to buy some more at 38 for this breakout here. As QQQ sells off, as QQQ will push up. Yep, we got in again. We got in at 38.03. And honestly, I think that's where I might leave it for the day. If this continues to sell off, I didn't see that right there. 5-minute moving average. It could bounce off the 5-minute moving average very easily. If it sells off below the moving average, then SQQQ will begin to go up. But I didn't see that. So it's good to look at all time frames. All time frames. Pretty significant bounce right there. Here we go. Are we going to get back our $20 profit today? That's what I'm saying, right? Over trading is not good. Over trading is not good here. I say it continues to get rejected, but it could find support. See how low it got yesterday from its moving average? Way below it and then pushed up above it. Here we go, getting rejected off the 9 EMA and now acting as a resistance, which was support. Oh man. If this doesn't get rejected and starts to go up, we're just gonna have to cut our losses and lose $1. I'm gonna buy a couple more. Buy 7 more shares at $38. We have a share price of 38 even. There it goes. There it goes. It's gonna sell off even more. Doesn't have to. Doesn't have to. It looks like it's finding some more level here. 47, 47.4, 47.50 maybe. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Could be a reversal. Love to see it sell off a little bit more, man. 38. We still got room to move. We still got another 2% to run. More selling pressure on the Qs. 474.80. Hope you guys are enjoying. You guys having a good time? You guys are enjoying the live stream. I know I am. Certainly enjoying myself. It's always fun hanging out with you guys in the morning. There it goes. It's gonna sell off. Come on, baby. No. Making lower lows. And this might be something I hold longer, right? It might be something I hold throughout the day. Maybe even until tomorrow. If I really do think the market can sell off more, I mean, we could wake up tomorrow, even with just 17 shares, this goes up to 40, and we could wake up to $40, pretty much. But, you know, for all you guys know, though, I don't like to hold positions overnight. I really don't. Still getting rejected. Just slow moving now, right? A lot of that volume is starting to taper away. 38.22. 38.22. Let's take a look. Yeah, looks like that is a key level. $38 was also a key level, right? 38. 38.22 would be right around here. Okay. Let's see why you're looking at that. Just pump a little bit more for me. I'd love to see a little bit more selling from QQQ. If it gets below this moving average, it's toast. If it bounces off the moving average, then we are not going to be looking so good on our SQQQ position. So I know everyone's probably looking at this right now. We need it to get below it because we will get a massive sell-off if it gets below this level. There we go. We're going to get the bounce. Thank you, beautiful. Another $20. And some coffee. This is probably the best part about it, guys. The coffee from a beautiful wife that loves you. Jeez, I'm blessed. I am freaking blessed. I know I've put her through a lot through my trading journey, that's for sure. I've blown a couple accounts up, not gonna lie. We've lost some money, you know, there's no point in lying about it. It's hard. Trading is hard. And to have someone super supportive makes it all the difference. Makes all the difference. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get a reversal here. Love to see a rejection candle here. Come on, baby. Reject. Reject, reject. Getting rejected. Let's make lower lows. I'd love to see it. Lower lows. Come on, baby. Sell off. Sell, sell, sell. Ray Dalio warns U.S. debt crisis could trigger shocking economic consequences. Yeah, it could. Really could. See how the 9 EMA is acting as a wall now, as a resistance. See if it can maintain. That means our SQQQ position will stay above that position. And this now acts as a support technically. It is acting as a support. 37.90. Give us one good red candle and I will sell and we will end the live stream. One good red candle. It wants to. It wants to sell off. There it is. Newer lows. 474.50. 474.40. 474.50. Let's see how low this can stay. We're up another couple dollars. Love to see it. Sell off, baby. Sell the heck off. It's the only thing when I go from trading like momentum stocks. Like when I go from trading like pre-market momentum stocks, where like they move really, really fast, and you can hit a move in like a minute or two and make 50%. You could also lose 50% in like a minute or two. These bigger ETFs are slow. They are really slow. It really tries your patience for sure. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Could see that reversal starting to play out. Come on, we want those lower lows. Keep it below. Don't go back above. Nuh-uh. Want to see you push down a little bit more. Want to see you push down. Let's go. Uh-oh, we could be in trouble here. Could be in trouble here. Yep, Bernie's now buying me too. I think we're just playing with fire at this point, guys, to be honest. We're playing at some crazy levels here. Again, now that would be resistance. Seems to be holding up support right here. We got to break through one of these levels. And that's what's so cool about stocks is there are these breakout moments where you have consolidation, buyers and sellers step in. And it's hard. It's trying to figure out, do we go above 475.50 or below 474.50, right? Right? So it's a weird range. You have these small ranges, you have these bigger ranges. As you can see here, this was a range. 476.50 was a big time range for a while this morning, as it was finding support there, and then it broke that support, right, creating resistance. So we are making lower lows, lower highs, but again, this can be very easily reversed to the direction you don't want to be in, right? Very easily. So we want to make sure we do a good job by managing our risk. And again, not over trading. There's no need for us to over trade. We already made our profit for the day, our goal for the day. But when I saw this beginning to sell off more, I was like, man, that'd be cool to catch it just a little more. And we still can. The thing is being patient. Do we have the patience to hold? If it were to even push all the way back up to 470s or 480s, Do we have the emotional control? And I do not. I don't think I have the emotional control right now. Especially if it's going to begin to sell off. Okay. We're going to get out. Okay, we're going to get out. I didn't like this red candle here. Look at that. Woo! Good thing we got out 37.89. Again, should have probably never even got in that trade to begin with. And it could pump up and sell off. And, you know, at one point we're up $22. So to go from 20 to 22, $2 difference, not a big issue. And we ended up losing $1.50. So we were up 20, right? We were up 20. And I got a little scared and I sold at 37.89. Look at that. It's all the way back up to 37.90. Probably 38, but yeah, that was scary right there. This dip, I mean, this green candle, you can see a huge green candle in just a few minutes, and direction can change very quickly for you. So it looks like it's getting rejected though off of that level. And yeah, that was my trade for the day. Yeah, that was a weird one, huh? 37.89 right as it broke this. Right as it broke, I sold. I was like, And it could be nothing, right? QQQ can begin to sell off, but it could also begin to recover, and that looks like it's what it's trying to do now. So did a good job managing my risk. I tried to buy in a little bit more and you know, take a little bit more profits. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. So yeah, guys, great day today. Happy Wednesday. What a wild fortnight. Yeah, it was. It was a crazy day. Look at this. Now we can decide, hey, maybe we want to get on QQQ as it begins to push up if you feel like that would be something you want to do. But for me, I'm done trading. I had a solid day. Should have left it at this, making 20 bucks. Also could have held just a little bit longer here on some of these other positions, selling at 37.50s and then ultimately at 37.80. You know, that could have resulted in very easily another $20 on its own by just simply holding these bottom shares. Could have been another 20 bucks. That could have been roughly another couple bucks, but yeah, overall, you know, not bad. $20 on the day. Not a bad day indeed. So all right, be careful with this too, right? So it's getting rejected off the 45-day moving average. That's okay too. It's been rejected before, so we could still see lower lows on QQQ, which would actually result in SQQQ going up even higher than where it is today. Again, I don't like to hold positions overnight. We've been live for about an hour and a half, so I decided to go ahead and just get out of that, as you know, this could have changed very quickly. So hope you guys enjoyed our live stream. Bernie says, thanks, Johnny and others. Yeah, I had a great day with you all, and we're getting more and more members every single day. The more consistent we all are, the more we show up on a daily basis, the better we can be as traders. By the end of the week, by the end of the month, and by the end of the year, guys, it's amazing. 1% a day, whether you're growing an account or growing a skill and your mindset, 1% a day makes a huge difference, especially in a world where there's people not even trying at all. So I appreciate your guys' time. Like always, smash that like button, and we will see you all later on in the recap and in tomorrow morning's live day trading session, where we get to do this all again. I'm on my 8th consecutive day, green day, 8 days in a row. So tomorrow might be a red day. Let's see. Or let's try to push for 10 green days in a row, right? Appreciate you guys' time. Like always, remember, let's end the year on a green note. And you guys all have yourself a wonderful rest of the day.